Big Ed here for round 2 with the Remington 700 ADL in a Varmint configuration. So I basically, after I shot this rifle, I took it home and went through it, and I had a feeling that the weak point of this rifle, and this came from the factory like this, and it was sold just like this, was the scope and the rings. That was the weakest point, and then followed by the stock. But the stock's pretty good actually, and you can definitely ring out some more accuracy. But I have a feeling this gun is, with a good scope on it, with this stock, is a 1 MOA gun, maybe a little less in the right hands. Maybe not mine, but in the right hands. And basically what happened to the scope is I did check the settings on it, but with the recoil of the rifle, and I believe I shot 36 rounds with it, the scope, because of the recoil, slid all the way forward, and I actually thought that the zoom knob was frozen, because it is below zero, obviously, up here, but it was not. So that was, and I checked the Allen wrenches were all tight. So I took it all apart, looked at it, and basically snapped it back together and put it where I wanted it. So we're gonna see today if it holds. But good rifle, but that is definitely the weak point of this, is the scope and rings, but excellent rifle besides that. So today we're going to shoot some Hornady match ammo, 150 grain ammo, and I'm excited to shoot that. And we're going to go for some groups today on some of my targets. I'm gonna have to sight it in, because I did take the scope apart. Hopefully it's pretty close. So I took on the bases, I took the same hole, so hopefully the scope's pretty close and just needs some minor adjustment. But it will need some. And so we're going to punch some holes, and we're going to see how tight we can get this rifle to group with this scope. And we're not going to go for a big round count today, because it just breaks the scope loose. So as long as you don't shoot it that much, and probably keep an eye on your tightness settings, and you could probably hold the zero for a little bit. But very cool rifle nonetheless. So here's the Hornady ammo we're going to be shooting today. So you can see here it is. It's a 308 Winchester. Oh, actually I'm wrong. 168 grain boat-tailed hollow point. So the other thing I'll tell you about the Remington 700 right here, the ADL, the barrel is a 1 in 12 twist. Most 308s are running a 1 in 10, so they will stabilize that heavier bullet. So hopefully it's going to stabilize this ammo, or else it's just going to be some expensive ammo we're sending down range in just a cluster. So we're going to find out. One other thing about rifle shooting is, and even if you go out and buy a super expensive $1,000 rifle, a $3,000 rifle, another $2,000 or $3,000 scope, and put it on there, it takes time to initially set it up. The benefits you will have with a really good setup, or quality setup, you don't have to spend that much. You can spend $200 on a Redfield or a Leopold or a Nikon. I'm sure there's a bunch of other SWFAs. There's many others out there you can buy. Once you set them up, they'll stay zeroed. You can put them in the case, put them in a gun safe, and they will hold their zero. But the initial setup always takes a little bit of time. And if you're somebody that doesn't have time and is impatient, a rifle and scope might not be for you. And I'm not even talking about getting into shooting a distance where basically the bullet's not a laser beam. It starts arcing, where you have to start, putting in corrections, for distance, windage, all, etc., where you're putting in a firing solution. We're just, shooting at about 100 yards here, maybe a hair over. So basically the bullet's a super flat trajectory. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what kind of groups we can shoot this rifle at. Today I've dialed down the magnification a little bit to a 7. So we'll go ahead and see if we're on paper first. That's the most important thing. We're close. So we're a little low and to the right, so we'll go ahead and dial that into the scope. So we got 4 loaded up right here. We're in the ballpark of the bullseye, and we're in a 7 magnification, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and shoot for, just go for some groups now, and we're within an inch or 2 of the bullseye, and we're going to see how tightly I can shoot these 168 grain Hornady match ammo. Big fan of Hornady ammo also. We just dialed up the scope to an 8 power, so let's go ahead and see if we can tighten it up a little bit. Sun's coming out nicely too. So this camera's got a lot more zoom than a scope does, or my eyes do. It's a 32 times power. So looking at that bottom target, hopefully we've got something decent there. I might go, let's look at that top target. So we got 2 above it, 2 to the bottom right. We're gonna go ahead and shoot at that top target, 1 more group, and see what we can do here. So we have our target right here. These were, you know, what I was shooting to sight it in. I did try to shoot 1 group right here. I'm guessing you can see 2 right here on top of each other, 2 right here, and then another 2. And I know 2 of these were 1 from an earlier shot, so these 3 and maybe a flyer down here. And then I shot that one right there. You can see, looks like actually I hit it with a 5th or a 6th. I might have dipped down and, yeah, I think because I shot that 3 liter also, that soda at the end. That's probably, see, a 308 brass is a little over 2 inches, so you know, it's 1.5 inches maybe. This has got some promise. Again, you see a flyer, but that there's 3 shots right there. Yeah, those are 3. That's pretty tight. It's pretty good. So this is that is a scope that I'm not a big fan of, and I can't give a positive review on these scope and rings. But you know, with a flyer, that's me. But that's pretty good. Remington 700 ADL right there, Varmint edition, 1 in 12 twists, 308 168 grained boat tail hollow point Hornady match ammunition. This was from the, I hit the right in the dead center in the, for the 3 liter. So you can see it was a liquid, but you could just see the force, the bullet, you know, it started expanding probably as soon as it hit that liquid. and just took it through there and made a big blast. That's pretty cool, and you can see there's just a little orange on my target. It might be in time to invest in a new target, but thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate it.